See, you bought a lot of calls. Can you tell me about some of them? Fang, Starbucks, Taiwan Semi, Uber, Facebook?
Yeah, Scott, it's just been a really interesting thing to see just where we're seeing paper start to move, the option paper. And it has sort of pivoted a little bit from where we were to where we are now. And we are still seeing some energy. We're still seeing materials. That's not going away. But we're seeing other areas of the market as well. And so I think that there are some opportunities out there. And we've seen that, Scott, in different types of financials, not just banks. I'm talking about financials. So whether or not you want to pivot towards the regionals or those that are more credit card based, and it's just a conglomeration of all of that, Scott, where I took off an enormous amount of positions from last Friday into today. And the reason for that was partially because some of them were working. And the other side of it was I just felt like, Ricky was talking about how he feels about the economy and very, very strong. He thinks this can extend a little bit farther. I don't disagree with him, but I do think that we are starting to see another rotation within the market. And he mentioned it. He talked about that rotation towards value, I'll call quality names. And we are seeing that. So I've definitely added some of those to my portfolio as well. But there's still room for some of those that I think can still work even post-pandemic with vaccines and everything else that had great runs. And I think there are a number of different names out there that really do fit the mold for some of that, Scott. So
it's interesting.
That's kind of how I was pivoting around throughout.
Yeah, the XLF, you bought calls in too. These are stocks that obviously the bank stocks and the financials that have had a big move because of interest rates. And I remember, a conversation we had yesterday with Joe Terranova, and I think he had, taken profits in Wells Fargo, and I think maybe it was Bank of America, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But the idea of those stocks have run a long way, and maybe interest rates are topping out in the near term.
Yeah, you know what? That certainly could be. Or are they just pausing for the moment? None of us know the answer to that, but we'll see how this plays out. But I still have an incredible amount of financial exposure because of the fact that they had gotten so beaten up. And we look at these stocks the same way we look at the airline stocks and other stocks where they didn't really participate very well in previous years. So because of that, I still do think there's still room for extension to the upside.